Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm SamTheWise, and welcome to the first review of Chapter 984 of One Piece. We start off with the twins Lola and Chiffon finally meeting with their father, Pound, who somehow got to Dressrosa. The family is finally complete, so it's a very heartwarming moment there from Oda. Now, getting to the actual chapter, we see that both Page 1 and Ulti are actually fine. To be honest, I thought that the elephant gun was more effective, but dinosaur zone users are really tough. By the way, nice joke by Oda, as we see Ulti hitting the doctors with her head, and of course, a classic interaction between her and Page 1. Next, we cut to Yamato and Luffy who are fighting. Now, Yamato is really strong, because it's making Luffy fight on gear 2nd and gear 3rd. Something very curious about this is that Yamato is remembered fighting someone else with Luffy's style. Now, we're gonna get back to this later. However, the next panel shows an explosion. Now, guys, I'm not sure what happened here. I think that that punch that we see Luffy use was just playing gear 2nd, but that might be Luffy's new technique. You know, the Ryu, the advanced armament haki that he learned at Udon Prisoner's Mine. So, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below on what do you think that was. Now later, we cut to the performance stage in the Skull Dome to a very upset Orochi explaining how Momonosuke got to the present, but everybody just laughs and nobody believes him. Now Jinbei and Robin, however, are already there along with many samurai and Boss Hyogoro, so the infiltration was a success. And nice acting from everyone, by the way. And speaking of infiltration, Lost Crew and the Scabbers successfully arrive to the back of Onigashima. Then we see the first huge revelation of this chapter. Iso is back. And with this, finally the 9 red Scabbers are complete. Now remember guys, Kanjuro betrayed all the Scabbers and the whole Samurai alliance with the Minks and Luffy. And now that Iso has returned, they can finally complete what essentially was Odin's royal guard. Remember, he took them and practically raised them all to become honorable samurai. So they have a lot of respect and a lot of care for Odin, and their memory is actually what's driving them. We all know that. We know that they are going to get their best, and now their Iso is back. We're gonna see a great interaction. Now, who is Iso gonna fight? Now, that's a whole different question over there. And we might see an interaction between Iso and the Tobiropo, maybe an all-star, who knows? Remember that he was the 16th commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, so he's no chump at all. Now, Nekomamushi has a new type of firearm. Maybe Iso made it for him? Remember, Iso was a gun specialist, so he knows his stuff. He might have done that special firearm to Nekomamushi. I like the idea that I heard somewhere over there that it looks like Pirate's gun from Final Fantasy VII. And maybe Oda really took inspiration from Final Fantasy over there, but I think it's awesome. Let's see how Nekomamushi actually makes it work, because he, after all, is a swordsman. And I think I like the interaction that he has reuniting with the whole Red Scabbard and the other ones that were on Lost Submarine. I think it's great now that they have the reunion. Something important over there is that Marco noticed a shadow on the ocean, and I think it means that he might have got an eye on Perospero. Remember, Perospero was using his devil fruit powers to turn the ocean into candy to actually get back to Wano. And he has a huge grudge for Marco after tipping over their boat. What happened, however, to the rest of the Big Mom Pirates, who knows? We might later see a fight or a return from them, and the fight will continue maybe in Act 4 or Act 5 or this whole arc. But I think this is the first fight we're gonna see, and it's gonna be Marco versus Perospero on the ocean. difficult interaction because Marco will have to be flying all the time, and Perospero is going to have to control his devil fruit to the best possible extent because whoever falls in the ocean loses the battle, and there's no coming back from that. By the way, the next panel is amazing, a double page spread showing Kaido and the All-Stars, the guys to beat. Remember, these are the strongest guys of the Beast Pirates, so these are the guys to beat. The samurai have no easy task on taking them, and it's actually making me wonder who is gonna rescue Momonosuke. Because having the full force of the Beast Pirates right on stage, right on front of Momonosuke, it's gonna make it very difficult. So, someone I'm thinking that might come into play here is Sanji. Remember that his raid suit has the capability of turning him invisible, and that's gonna come into play later on. I think that he's the one who's gonna rescue Momonosuke. How is he gonna get from the, I quote, dating house into the actual stage of the party remains to be seen, but I think that is the way that it's gonna play out. Something important here is the announcement, the next Onigashima project. Does it involve Yamato? Does it involve Linden, Big Mom? I don't know. Comment below what you think it's about. We may be hearing about the alliance, we may be not, who knows, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know. Finally, we move on to the attic of the castle, and here's where it gets better. Yamato has Odens Travel Journal. Imagine the importance of this. This is huge news, guys. Imagine the amount of information, all the important stuff that it has. It even says it on the chapter, but we're gonna get to that a little later. I think a lot later because it's gonna come into play pretty deeply into the series. It may contain the information even about Laftel. We're gonna talk about that later. Now, for the third revelation of this chapter, and I think it's the most shocking one right now, is that Yamato is a woman. That's right. And to answer the question I made on the title of this video as to why Oda decided that, is because we continue with the tradition that he has about portraying strong women fighting for their country, and I think it's fantastic. It's awesome. Actually, we needed someone as strong as Yamato, and I like that Oda is paying attention to the strength that Luffy has. I think that they are a way to portray how Luffy has grown throughout the series. Remember, Bibi was part of the Bar Works organization, and she was not weak at all. Neither was Rebecca in Dressrosa. She was pretty much undefeated at the Coliseum. The only difference is that she didn't attack at all. Imagine how strong she would be if she actually decided to attack. Finally, we cut to Yamato, who is pretty much a badass. And I think that she's gonna come into play by teaching Luffy not only the complete lore of Wano and why Oden was so important to Wano and why she wants to open the borders, and that's when the logbook and the Odens Journal is going to come into play later. But I think too that she's going to polish Luffy in the use of Ryu, the use of the advanced armament haki. I think that she is the key to unlocking its full potential and actually giving Luffy a chance to fight the All-Stars. Speaking of Yamato, she's now the self-proclaimed Kozuki Oden, and that's how Oda likes to explain the whole Kaido-san thing. Also, she doesn't know that the scouts are alive, so she's in for a great surprise. And she will finally have the allies she needs to actually complete Oden's dream to open Wano's borders. And for the fourth and final surprise of the chapter, Yamato knows who Ace was. And that explains the reference she was making earlier in the chapter about fighting someone like Luffy before. I think we're in for another flashback, maybe portraying how Yamato actually met Ace and how Ace was so important for Wano. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna find out how Ace met the ancient giants, the ones that actually look like Ors or Ors Junior, which are very similar to the skull that Onigashima Island actually is. So we're gonna find out about that and how Onigashima came to be. What a fantastic chapter this was, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe. I have another video coming later this week about Odens Journal, so if you want to check that out, hit the notification bell. And if you want more content like this, I'm very open to suggestions, so if you want something special, just leave a comment below and maybe I can make a video about it. Now guys, thank you for listening, have a fantastic day. This was Sam the Wise, and see you later.